I've got a couple of big things to show you in this video, which I'm really excited to share with you. The first thing is we are off to London today because we are going down for the David Shepherd Wildlife Artist of the Year Awards evening tonight, because I've got one of my pieces selected in that, shortlisted for that, and the zebras that I showed you in one of the previous videos.
I actually painted it on a loose bit of canvas and I needed to frame it for the exhibition, which means I needed to back it onto a panel so that I could put it in the frame. I could have framed it behind glass without backing it onto this big panel, but I don't really like framing things behind glass because it adds a little bit of distance between the viewer and the artwork, and I don't like that. So I got it on the panel and you'll see it framed later.
So we're going to go down and spend the night in London, and then we are coming back home, and I finished my garden building, which is looking amazing. Really thankful to my dad for that, for helping me build it, and I can't wait to show you that as well. And then I've also been working on a few little pictures. So there was a drawing that I started. It's a little sneak peek of it just here. I'll show you that as well at the end of the video. But yeah, I think I'm just going to show you a little bit of my experience of the David Shepherd Wildlife Artist of the Year exhibition, and hope you enjoy the video.
The train got us there in under 2 hours, which was fantastic, and a quick drink before heading to the hotel.
So we're at the hotel and we've had a little bit of a scare. So this is our hotel room. There's a bed there, a double bed there, a double bed there, and a double bed over there. And we thought we'd accidentally booked some form of modern hostel and there were going to be a load more people in our rooms, which was obviously not what we wanted. So we've gone downstairs and we're like panicking as we're walking down the stairs going, oh my God, we're going to have to spend a fortune getting a hotel. And we immediately went into like worst case scenario. But we went down, we went and spoke to the front desk, and it turns out it's perfectly okay. This is just our room and they've given us 3 complimentary double beds. I don't know what we're going to do with those, but whew, crisis averted. And now we've got about an hour just to chill and get ready, and then got to go get some food, and then we're off to the exhibition.
The exhibition itself was absolutely fantastic. The work there was incredible, and there were so many sales which are raising money for conservation efforts.
It's the brushstroke that bridges passion with purpose. Art doesn't just inspire, it creates empathy and passion and helps translate vision into tangible change. It gives voice to the voiceless and offers a way for each of us to connect emotionally and powerfully to the wildlife and wild spaces that it's our duty to safeguard.
I didn't win anything for the awards ceremony, but I did sell my zebra piece, which is why I'm looking so happy in that photo. We love coming in to seeing a red dot on those artworks. It was a fantastic day, we met some fantastic artists, but now I am glad to be home.
I don't know what it is, but there's just something about London that makes me a little bit uncomfortable. I don't really particularly enjoy walking around the streets of London. I mean, it doesn't help that, like, the last time I was there, I did get mugged by 3 blokes who walked up to me in the street. They surrounded me and then they stole my watch and things and then ran off. But, I mean, that sort of did a little bit of a number on me, but that was a few years ago now. But even now, when I go back there, I always just feel on edge, just constantly looking around, checking people behind me, checking people in front of me, and like checking that Amber's okay all the time. And even just like the people who aren't trying to mug you, the people who are just getting on with their normal days, everything just seems so fast. I don't know if it's just my experience of being in the city, but everyone's just like walking really fast. They don't say hello, they don't make eye contact with each other. I'm one of those kind of people that on my morning walks with my dog, I say good morning to people and good afternoon and say hello and smile at people. But in London, I just feel like nobody's doing that and everyone's in their own little world, just moving super fast through it. And I don't really particularly enjoy being down there, so I am glad to be back in the safety of the north. And I am really glad to be back because it's just so inspiring being at the exhibition. I've got so many new ideas. There's a couple of pieces that I finished before I went down. One of them I'm going to show you in a minute. And I also am really glad to be back to my outside area. There's still lots to do, but I'm going to show you that right now.
So me and my dad have built this garden structure, just coming off the house. It's been about 2.5 weeks of just solid work. We've got this nice table here with a heater underneath, which will be great in winter. And then got the seating area, which is a bit of a tip at the minute because we've had a little bit of a leak. So I've just been up on the roof sorting that out today, and then I'm also getting some like clear plastic to go here so the water doesn't come in, and another bit here on these slats. But this is all going to look really nice with like loads of like blankets on it. And then here is the kitchen area. So I've got my barbecue, gas bottle, and then I've got an electric smoker as well and a pizza oven, which are gonna go here sometimes. And then a little cabinet underneath as well. But it's all sheltered because I love cooking outside. There's still quite a lot to do. This is my old pizza oven over here. I built that when we first moved into the house, but I'm gonna have to get rid of that because it was just getting a bit smoky and a bit too much. So we're getting a skip coming tomorrow and that's gonna get smashed up. Probably film a little bit of the process of that. And then a load of wood that we're probably not gonna use. I've just been re-turfing the garden as well with this rubbish turf from B&Q. The stuff that we got last time over there, which is like that nice green bit, was actually really good turf. And that's probably the nicest bit of the garden, and that was from B&Q as well. But this bit's just a little bit rubbish. And then I've got some little posts here, some little poles, which are gonna go between these two bushes because it's getting a little bit sad and droopy over here. So I'm gonna try and put a little bit of support between those two bushes and make the garden a really nice place to be. Yeah, there's still quite a bit to do here, but it's getting there. Oh, and there's some flags as well that I had my first attempt at putting flags down, and about half of them are okay, and then some of them are a little bit wobbly. And I mean, this one didn't even stick down, which isn't great. So I'm gonna have another attempt at that. But I am really happy with how it's turned out so far. There's still a lot to do, as I said, but we're getting there. And yeah, this is where I sit at night. I get a beer and I just sit and I just chill on that couch, even if it's raining, because we've got these like perspex windows on top. So it's dead nice and dead chill sitting out here after a long, hard day of painting.
Speaking of painting, I finished my little charcoal piece on the wooden panel, and I think it turned out absolutely fantastically. I'll give you a little bit of a closer look at that. I am going to be doing a full video on the Studio Wildlife channel, my main channel, all about this and this new surface that I'm painting and how I'm going to finish it so it doesn't need to be framed behind glass. I'm hoping that's going to be out at the weekend, so make sure you go and check that out when it comes out. But yeah, really happy with how this turned out, and it's so much better to work on than paper. Or not better to work on, but it's the closest thing that I've found to working on paper. So I was really, really surprised with it when I was testing it out. And I'm really, really happy with it. And now, really, I just want to find a bigger piece of this so that I can create a much bigger and much more detailed and more intricate drawing. I've got loads of things planned over the next few weeks. The first of which is I need to finish off this pet portrait of the two dogs. I need to add some colour to this. I kind of don't want to add colour to it though, because honestly, it's probably one of my favourite paintings I've done just as it is, as the black and white. I think that the dogs just look really 3D and quite formful, but I'm gonna have to take the chance because the client, the collector, wants colour on here, so I'm gonna have to give that a go, and that's gonna be a video as well, so I'm gonna film the process of that. And then I've got some more tutorial videos that are in the works for my Studio Wildlife Patreon. So if you didn't know, because this is a new channel, I do have a Patreon where I do a lot of real-time tutorials and short videos about skills and techniques for acrylic painting, oil painting, and charcoal drawing mostly. There's also some pastel videos on there, and I'm just trying to crack down on creating some really cool new paintings and also create some really easy to follow tutorials for acrylic painting is what I'm going to be focusing on for the next few months. It's really hard trying to find the balance between creating paintings for the tutorials that people can follow easily and can have a go at themselves, and also I want to create some really great artwork, and they aren't for people to copy or to create tutorials from. So it's finding the time to balance the two, because I'm so excited about creating some really cool brand new paintings, trying out some cool new techniques as well, some really difficult techniques that I want to try out, which I'm kind of nervous to try out, but I'm hoping in the next few weeks after I've done those tutorials and after I've done that commission, I can get some of those filmed and you can join me on that journey as well, because there's loads of little things that I want to try that I think will make some really interesting videos. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.